Creators, welcome to DaVinci Resolve 20 over 40 in 30, day 15. We are halfway through the process. So I had an idea today. Today, we're just going to try to chop all the way through a video and just see what is done. And we'll try two different stabs at it. Maybe we'll see what works the best. But let's just jump straight into DaVinci Resolve and see if we can get this sucker working. Let me pop over into demo mode, come here to DaVinci Resolve. Now I'm in the cut page right now, and I've added clips. Now, these clips are from a video that I shot previously, and these were shot using Blackmagic camera. And the way I had it set up, I had one iPhone as the overhead shot and one iPhone that was basically looking at me. And using my iPad, I triggered both those phones to record and capture that footage simultaneously. So they should be pretty well synced. But I just want to give you the idea of how I shot it in case you're in a similar situation. But let's dive back in. Okay, so what I want to do is go ahead first and create a new timeline project. Now, again, this is sort of a review to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. I'll just call this the Orico doc. And then we're just going to go ahead and say, let it go. Bingo. All right. And so now what I want to do is, these are synchronized. And I guess one of the first things I could possibly do is grab these two clips and then hit the sync button. So that synchronizes these two clips. I can tell just by this here, like they're pretty much on sync.
Directly to the...
And the cool thing is the bottom footage here doesn't really see lip sync, so it won't be too off. It's relatively close. The slight timing difference, I'm assuming, just comes from, one phone being slightly farther away. And in reality, if you had two people standing in the same room, 25 feet apart, the second person is actually hearing the audio a fraction of a frame later. So, I mean, it totally makes sense as to why this works. But let's do this type of sync, which is synced on audio, and then hit that sync button. So we can go ahead and sync these two together, and we're going to call that a thing. And then we're going to take this clip, hold down the command key and select the second clip, and also press sync this bad boy. We're going to sync again based on audio and go ahead and save that sync. Now this puts these guys together, but it's not the same as rocking it in the multicam clip. So first thing I'm going to do is drop this sucker here on the timeline. Okay, and we're going to call that a thing. And I guess one way I could do it is also drop this on the timeline, and then when I want to cut away, just blade and cut in. But we'll play around. We'll see, because again, we're doing this as a work it together kind of situation. Okay, so let's go. Let's press in and see what we got here today. All right, so there's my first cut. I am going to click this bottom arrow down here just to embiggen the audio track so I can see what I'm doing. And again, I can move this guy to this point right here and then go ahead and blade that, click that and delete it. And again, because I'm in the cut page, it automatically ripples. Today, I got a cool product that I want to show you because, as you know, absolutely in love with the Mac Mini. I travel with these all the time. One of the common questions we get is what size drive should you get in one of these? Now this, I'm going to use the L key to move a little quicker. One was designed for shows. Orico, and this is. So now I'm looking down. So this is probably where I want to get my chop in, right? So let's scroll this back a little bit. Pop over here. Let's get into this real quick. All right. So now, in theory, if I had to put these together as a multicam clip, I could just double click this guy to bring it into the viewer. And there is something known as a match frame. So if I do this, I can do reveal in the, what happens if I do this one? Find in the multi-source. Hey, wow. Okay. Just figured that out. So this actually put the 16 Pro Max at the exact right frame, right? So like if I click this and I press play, so pop over here and I'll show you again. Oh my God, look at that. That was in the exact right spot. So what I did is right here, you'll see where it says find a media pool. Now that's going to show me this particular clip. But if I click this guy again, and then click on the one that says find in multi-source, that's putting this camera in the exact right spot where I need it to be. So in theory, if I pull this down and drop it on top, it's in the right position, or kinda.
So today, probably here.
I know that it did. I lied. That did that slightly different than what I thought it would do. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's right click on here and then say find in multi-source. And then on this multi-source, I think I need to go ahead and press an endpoint so that it knows, and then pull it down, and it should be different because, you know, we have the endpoint. Let's move the out point. We can always embiggen it later. I'm looking for my face. Okay, my face came up right about there. All right, we can fix it later, so I can take that and now bring this guy to the top, and we should be cooking with Pam.
We're here, and I'll show you again. There's here, and I'll show you.
There you go. See, it's really, really close, right? And again, because this particular piece, I don't even need the audio. So if I undo that, oh man, let me fix that. I'm gonna go back in, same thing, super easy. I kind of know where I'm at. What I could do in this particular case is make sure that I'm only bringing down the video, because I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly matched on the frame because the audio doesn't matter in this situation, but it's about right there. So if I come to back this up just a taste,
real quick.
let's slide this back.
So pop over here, and I'll show you again. There's a Mac Mini. We'll move that out the way for
Pull that back.
just a second, and then we'll get into the package here.
Oh, see, that's family. That's saucy. That's saucy. Does it keep the? No, it does not. I was wondering if it kept the audio clip, because then I would see what I was doing.
Real quick. So
now what we're going to do is make some adjustments, right? I am going to go back a couple of seconds, and I'm going to leave it to where I had it with the audio clip. Okay, I went the wrong way. All right, let's get over to this position and then undo that. I'm going to do this one more time because I really like the way this works. Okay, again, this is just using the cut page. I'm going to do some cheating real fast.
quick. So pop.
There we go. This is where I want that. The pop part is right here. That's right on the P. Right click this guy, show in multi-source, and then play this up here.
Pop over here, and
there you go. It's in the exact right spot. I am going to actually put the audio on for a second just to help out. But I'm going to drop it down here where I can see. I'm going to mute this for a second, knowing that we're starting with pop.
Here, and I'll show you again. There's
all right, pull this guy back a little bit. And then line these two up. And again, if you use multicam, this is way faster. I'm just trying to show you all ways of doing this so that way we know what we're doing here. You know what I mean? It gives us a little bit. Oh, the cut page is silly. It only lets you see one at a time. That's silly.
Pop over here. And
do that again.
Pop.
This is the pop right here. Okay, so let's bring this guy up. And we're going to line these two up. There, that looks pretty lined up. Let's play it just to hear it.
Pop over here, and I'll show you again. There's a Mac Mini. We'll move that out the way for just a second.
That's pretty clean. That's actually pretty clean. Okay, so now that I know where the lineup is, I can mute this particular one and shrink that track, bring this track back up so we can see what we're doing. And now that these are in place, what I can do is scrub back here and then take some space out, right?
This real quick.
Now, again, one of the things that I just absolutely love about Final Cut is sort of a range tool. We don't necessarily have that problem, but we can pop a blade in here and then slide this over to here. and then just close that gap up. You know what I mean? Until we got it, keeping it gangster, and then roll with it.
Pop over here, and I'll show you again. There's a Mac Mini.
I'm going to hit the L to move quicker.
Move that out the way for just a second, and then we'll get into the package here.
Here, let's do something real quick. I'm going to make a slice right here just in case. Now, I don't know if you can slice them one at a time. It does slice both. That's awesome. Okay, that's cool. We're learning.
I don't know if this is a toolless design or not, but just off to the side, I do have a little toolkit, and I hope it's all good, because I'm recording this, not my video, I'm in the corporate office, and I'm no kind of tool guy. So let's hope this is a toolless kit. A lot of these kits are coming out toolless now. And we got your here.
I mean, that looks really good.
In a manner where you can get the button. So I would probably...
Let me go to the end, because I think I had everything over here until we got about here.
That covers the install, and now we are good to go. Let me get a cable. So
I don't really need that part about getting the cable.
And now we are good to go.
All right, so we're going to leave that there. And then we're going to blade it. Oh, sorry. Spacebar got stuck. That was funny.
Go.
All right, we're going to leave it right there.
To go.
All right, we're going to press the blade key, chop these two out, and then 86 these two pieces. All right, so now I want to go ahead and bring back in this new piece right here. Right, and then we're going to scrub it in.
Good to go. Today, I got a cool problem.
Or that was the same clip you do. Dude, why? Why are you dumb?
Okay, so my...
All right, so we're going to get rid of that.
Impressions on this Orico dock. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. It looks sleek, and I just did some speed tests. I'll put those results on the screen as we're talking through this. It is fast enough for anybody who's creating content and you're doing just some basic video editing. They do make versions of their docks that will go up to 40 gigabits. I'm going to say that.
Just want to double check what the B-roll looks like. Go to say find in multi-source. All right, there's nothing important there. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it gangster, dog.
This guy is a solid 10 out of 10. I'll put the link in the description. Once again, thank you to Orico for sending me this. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep this one because it's dope, but I'm probably going to go buy a 40 gigabits per second version.
There you go. All right. Just scrub it to the end. All right, so we can just take this part and pull it out. I mean, does a super short video, super short edit, and that was just doing it in the cut page. All right, so I mean, it works. Like, it does exactly what we needed to do. It was actually relatively easy, relatively fast. Again, if I did this as a multicam clip, it would have been way quicker, but I wanted to show you just in case, you know, for whatever reason, you don't know how to do multicam clip, or you don't have time to do multicam clip, whatever the case may be. This wasn't a very hard push, and this is done completely in the cut page. So many other things that I could do if I'm here in the cut page. Let's do a quick listen, and I'll see what we're talking about right here.
Designed for shows, trade shows, conferences. So this is only a 256 gigabyte drive. I would tell you, if you're going to buy this for your everyday.
So there. So I got this piece right here, and I'm going to show off the dock, right? I would come over here to the titles page and then, you know, look for a title that I could use for this. Might want something that's big. You got all myriad sorts of titles in here. I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at what's available. But let's just see. Simple box, one line, lower third. That sounds like about the right answer. So let's drop that guy in here. Bring it to where it's in the middle. Click on it, hit the inspector, and then do Orico mini doc. Call it a day. Of course, select your fonts, do your thing, pick what works for you. One thing that's really cool, remember when we did this before, you can just type in your font name if you know what it is. And I'll go ahead and do that. I only want that. There we go. It's really weird. It puts the titles in a strange order that I'm not used to. And I can do like that. Select this particular line, and we're going to put that as regular, and then unembiggen the font on that particular size. Oh, you can't do that. You got to do them separately. Anyway, it did say one line, so that's my fault. It did say one line. Let's 86 that. Actually, let's put this back how I had it. And select back to the regular font. Take this off because it did say one line. That's what you get for trying to be cool. And then, of course, you can add your line shape, your line color. So if we were to click onto this guy and then load a color, boom, I will use one of my actual brand colors and stop being a clown. All right, let's do that. Call that okay. And then if you wanted to click on the opacity, is that going to handle that? Nope. Nope. Where the heck is the opacity? Is there? Oh, I know where. Hello. Cancel that one. You got to rotate this little arrow here. And then here's the opacity. There it is. This slider is for opacity. Okay. So now I can put that there like how I want it. And, use your up and down arrow here. So the X would kind of slide it back and forth. So I like to kiss it from the side and then take this guy and bring it down a little bit so it's not blocking my face. All right, there you go. So that's how I would do that. And then if you Command D, you could change the duration. 5 seconds is long enough for that. So I could come in and then, click on the edge of this saucy baby right there, hit a little dissolve. I'm gonna make it slightly longer since we're adding dissolve. And then scrub over to the opposite end and press on the old dissolve key. And then see what that looks like by hitting the
in the
slash
top
key.
And this will,
There you go.
and this is a new dock that basically will allow the Mac Mini to sit right in the top, and this will be.
Dude, I mean, honestly, fam, for what it is, that's really easy. That is really easy. I think that's the cut page way. I'll redo this again tomorrow. I'm going to do it the edit page way so we can see the differences and compare so you can decide which going to go. The reason why I wanted to do the cut page way today is I've been telling people who chop up with like CapCut or people coming from iMovie, you can do the same thing you do in those guys with this. Super simple, super fast. And yeah, I'm a little fumbly, but you get better with the interface the more you spend time in there. But that is a video that I could literally let out right now. I would slap an end card on it and publish it to YouTube and it'd be ready to go. And without doing anything fast. Of course, I would fix the audio, but we'll save that for when we get closer to the end, where we get around to doing some of the things that you can do with audio. But it's kind of cool that you can get in real quick, chop something up, and nothing else, you got a decent starting point, right? And so what we'll do with this is we'll continue this tomorrow. We'll jump into how to do it in the edit page just to see if it flows any better. And then, of course, probably do it as a multicam clip. I mean, multicam edit, which I've showed you both on the iPad and on the regular device because, well, it's just simple. It really is just simple. But that has been it. I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.